you're new here, I'm Kaniti, and if you're already watching this channel, welcome back. Today we are watching The Haunting of Hill House. I've uploaded the third episode reaction, and now we are going to watch the fourth. So it's kind of like a little bit like a watch party, but I decided to try and make different looks for each episode. I did my best with the eyes, like I'm not very good at makeup. Take it or leave it, but I look at myself and I kind of don't recognize myself. So just so you know, it's still me, and we are going to try and survive with this for about an hour. Let's watch the fourth episode. Let's go. Phew. All right. So if my prediction is correct, this episode is supposed to be dedicated to Luke. We'll see. We'll see. That's how I'm feeling. I'm feeling like Nelly is the biggest like mystery. Yeah, I know. I know. So he's talking to Abigail. That was her name. He's showing her the drawings and talking to her. So she's pretty friendly. I thought he was scared of her. He put the sign like girls are not allowed in the treehouse, and I felt like that was specifically about her. That he saw her in the woods and he felt scared, and this is some kind of scary girl he doesn't know, and like his parents think she doesn't exist, so that's a bit peculiar, right? So I thought he would be scared of her, but he's talking to her, showing her the drawings, and sharing his feelings with her. So maybe she's like a friendly spirit. And so yeah, there seems to be a lot of ghosts, spirits, and like right in this house. So I think I said it before, right? Something maybe happened in the red room, but then I feel like my theory was incorrect when I said things only started happening after the red room was opened. Maybe the last day was when the room was opened. Maybe that's when they managed to open it, and it was like too much. I Ah, faces. For us, it was like animals. So yeah, I see pictures too, like on the floor in wallpaper. It's normal. Thank you for all the details. Is this supposed to help Luke with his recovery? What is going on? Or is this like support group when they talk to each other? Oh. Because he felt like traumatized by it. Is that why he has glasses on? Yeah, it's the support group. Okay, I get it. He blinded himself. Oh gosh. So it got even worse. cute. It's horrible. It's like she's haunting him. Hmm. Gosh. That's it? That's all you're gonna say about his heartfelt story? Thanks? Dude, that's not quite helpful. So we get a flashback now? This girl is curious about his story. So he was doing good in the recovery. But then, when everything happened, he called saying something is wrong with Nell. So something happened. And then he got, again, maybe, ran away. He was so like traumatized by paranormal that he tried to escape it through drugs. Oh, that's the monster from the basement, I think. He is trying to surround it with army to defeat it. Well, it went away. Do you expect it to sit there forever? He's right. Oh, is she hiding there? That wasn't imaginary. He looks adorable. Young Luke looks adorable. Oh, they're twin. Wait, so they're about the same age? That's why he felt something is up with her. It's like twin connection. Wait. Oh, it's pretty. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that got really specific. Is this the post of this house or something? Gosh, I'll need to listen to this later. What? Mm-hmm. He didn't miss, but briefly. How long was it? What? She's silent for like 3 seconds, and you're already like, okay. Good. Does she feel like unstable again? What step? What is she talking about? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what this means. Mm. So she was chilling at his place. They seem to connect. They at least like friends, I think. I wonder what happens. So that's just like shortly before everything went to shit, like at the present present. Like here, Nelly is still alive, but something is going to happen. Nelly's in the. Wait. Is it when they all woke up saying Nelly's in the red room? He said something was wrong before. That's it? That's her corpse already? Wait, what is. Hmm. Go. Yeah, that's probably when he called, like, all worried and said, like, something is wrong with her. Or something will happen to her. No, it got through. Clara was also the name of the woman who is, like, our helper, Mrs. So they feel same emotions. Oh, that's the sick bed. There was some old lady's face in there. What's in there? A note? Is it from his friend? He said he feels like something was wrong with her. What did she write? Yeah, friendship is a relationship. I think he's being fair. That okay, that makes sense. I think she was a bit harsh. She was right when she said you shouldn't like connect your recovery to someone else, so to say. You have to do it like from yourself. But she was so heartless overall. What did she write? Like, meet me there? That's why he ran away? Let's run away together. Like, what happened to her? He felt like something was off. She didn't say anything, but she left some kind of note. And then he ran away too. So, let's see. He's not there, I suppose. That's her note. Don't follow me, that's what she wrote. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, no wonder he was so weak to like drugs and stuff. If he tried to escape this kind of like visions and everything, just like the that the veteran was talking about, right? The same kind of line of thinking. How's he? She just said, "Don't follow me." She didn't give any directions. Why is he looking for her? At the dealer's? He's thinking she will come to a dealer? That she was clean for 9 months and now, like, she couldn't anymore? And, like, as he is also, he knows where to go. I mean, he is also, like, was buying something, right? He knows the places. That's. Cute dog? Why did it bark all of a sudden? Yeah, and remember they heard the dogs on the property, but they were told there are no dogs on the property. So that another like paranormal thing. So that must be the dogs of the people who lived here before. They can hear them still. That's the explanation. And oh, that's I remember that's their bedroom. Where sometimes crooked neck lady was visiting Nelle. I said it like so nice visiting. Mm. And the mom described such a specific picture, probably also like she saw the picture of a family that lived there, so to say, right? Their past, just like Theo does. So we are learning a bit more and more about previous inhabitants on the house, and maybe like they are still haunting it, right? And they called for Clara, and I think that was the name of like the maid or what like housekeeper. Um, so it does it mean the events are kind of recent? Is Clara even like real? Is she a ghost actually? Is this the first time Crooked Neck Lady visits? Oh, he went outside to check what's going on. Holy fuck! Some very tall person. And their feet aren't touching the floor. He froze from fear, I think. Can't really. It's so dark. Where's he going? He's trying to close it slowly, I think, so he doesn't make too many sounds. He's like, oh, okay, let's pretend that didn't happen. Let's just go back. Under the bed. Actually, when I was a kid, I would hide under the bed too, but now I feel like I would be more scared under the bed because it's like a closed off space and I'm scared of those. So he's just checking all the rooms. No, just checking. He checked that room, he's checking this room, and now just an evening like walk through the house. Seems like some kind of grandpa, right? Not a crooked neck lady. He's checking Nell's bed. Oh, is he going to look under the bed? No, 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 no. That's even more scary. Cause I feel like he could even be kind of friendly. Like, just checking that everyone is sleeping in their beds, everyone is okay. What is he? Oh, it's his hat! He was looking for his hat! I'm sorry, that's kind of cute. He was like, oh, where is my hat? I kind of lost it. Where is it? Oh, here it is. I wonder if he was like some kind of grandpa before in the house. Yeah, I feel like under the bed it's scarier because you're kind of trapped in there. Ah! Whew, okay. I got through that. What, that her? So 9 months, something happened and she felt like she can't anymore for some reason, and she ran away and went back to her kind of old life, let's say. But he wants to know why, I suppose. Maybe she got some bad news from her. Wait, she doesn't really. She has was from on the streets from 13 years. Yeah. Oh, he wanted to bring her back. Oh. Oh, so he also can't return because he ran away. That's how it works there. Okay. That's interesting. Not very um so he wanted to go back, but they didn't let him in. It's, it's kind of strange, no? That note wasn't entirely helpful. Maybe if they check him and he's like clean, they can take him back. Yes, from selling my brother's camera, I suppose. That's sweet. Looks like he really connected to her in his heart. Is that man in the bowler hat? Hmm. She said go. Hmm. But I wonder why. She. Yeah, they really do have special connection. That's pretty horrific. What did he feel then when she killed herself? Oh, maybe there is something. There is something. Good casting. So he feels like sister brotherly feelings for her. Feels protective and caring of her. Yeah, that's Steve's wife or like ex-wife. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he didn't know. that's horrible. They can't go back in the center. That's really like fucks them over. Did it say 2 months earlier? So he can like go out, visit his family and stuff? 90 days, right? So that's when he was like 1 month clean. Yeah, like what about connection to... Ah. But he's a great artist. Or Abigail? Maybe they don't want any. Don't like pressure people. Mm. Why did she run away then? So she felt supported by Luke, maybe? Then he was still there for her. And... yeah, like if you're there like for 9 months in a clean place, something has to happen to get you back into the drugs, right? Okay. So that's like a special day pass. Yeah. Okay, maybe that's too much. What, he doesn't trust her or something? Why Steve is so unsupportive? What does. Yeah, why? Maybe because he felt like Luke fell off so often. He feels like relationship with another addict is bad for him. I think that's it. And you do burn me? Ah, that's now in his flat. Yeah, before we met him in Steve's episode. Hmm. So Nelly must be almost dead, right? Because when Steve went up, he already saw her like ghost. So Luke must have felt something too. I guess in a few minutes after their talk. Yeah, okay. So we saw that scene before from Steve's point of view, and I think right like any moment now. She saw the money and imagined getting drugs for that money, right? I wonder. That her reaction was a bit strange. She's making a run for it. No, now he's a baby. I think he kinda. He gave the money to her, right? She's taking it all and running away. Well, not that much money, I suppose, but. I feel like he's not really like into that. I thought he saw her more like a sister, so he's confused. And she used it to like disarm him, and she isn't going to be back. That's my thoughts. And he's already also feeling some physical effects. I think because of connection with Nelly. Should be like right any moment now. Either that or he is just nervous because like deep down he realized Joe is leaving. And that's also why we had that flashback with the talk with Steve, where Steve was like, she's going to burn you, basically. That's really. I'm still curious, like, what happened? There must have been some trigger for her. Why did she fell off? Oh, the man in the bowler hat. He's seeing him again. They have like ghosts from the house haunting them still, even out of the house. That's a bit strange. But maybe that is the imagination part. So this is just a place where some like homeless people and addicts and stuff. Maybe they just hang out here, have a warm place. The man in bowler hat is like following him everywhere now. Ah, that's his speech. Okay. Mm-hmm. Poor Luke, he was doing so well. Okay, let's see. Here goes. Oh, so that's like. Mm-hmm. He was brave a lot of times. I feel like. Oh, do they want to attack him? He doesn't even have anything. What the fuck? Did he see her ghost? Mm. Oh, it's horrible. That's after he was beaten up. What is he counting? It's like. The ghosts? It's like his ghost because he took his head. Mm-hmm. Did it help? Dude, he is always there. But I mean. episodes really make you like feel more for the particular, right? One of them. Oh, Steve was worried about him. You know, that's sweet. That they're still like always looking out for each other. Does it help? Did someone teach him that? Like count to 7 and it goes away? I guess we'll see it in a flashback. I think we didn't yet. Ah, the crooked neck lady. Sorry, bent neck. Okay, so let's see. That's how his counting to 7 happened. 7 buttons. Okay. So he just figured it out by himself and taught it to his sister. And he is using steps instead of buttons. And that Joey, she knew he also doesn't have a place to stay, and she took the money that he got and ran away with it, knowing he will be like on the streets. It's closing up. Why does it haunt him? That's Mom. What the is the car? Thank God. I think he really didn't use any drugs. So maybe they can accept him back when they check his system. Did they tell him about Nelle? But he didn't like feel anything. Oh no, he's going to tell him now. Yeah, great idea to tell him right now, so it's easier for him when he's in such a vulnerable state to fall off again. But he didn't feel it. I thought he would. You at least tell him when you're already like somewhere warm and safe and oh, that was such a bad timing, I feel like. It wasn't. So he agrees with me that it's something paranormal, something killed her. Not like she really like made this decision herself. But he said it so securely, like I felt as if when she dies, he's supposed to feel something. Maybe he's just like, oh, I was feeling something, I just didn't realize it was connected to Nell because I didn't know. But now that Steve has told me that she's dead, I can rationalize things I was feeling. I felt like it's something like withdrawal, but I didn't use, so why am I feeling this, right? All of that. Now that I have this information that she has died, I can piece together what I was feeling and say for sure that is connected. That is connected to Nelly, and maybe also because their connection was because she was already dead by then, so that their connection was severed off, and that was why he was feeling like cold and stuff and all numb because also because she is dead, so she's cold and numb and he's feeling that, so I guess the connection is still there then, so he's feeling her being dead, but then before that there wasn't something more strong that would be like the moment of death, he started feeling off, but there wasn't this specific stronger moment, you know what I mean? I kind of expected that, some kind of breakdown, something, that was a very interesting episode. I like how they ended it, like no, she didn't, it wasn't suicide. So it feels like with each episode they give us a little bit more information, and it feels like Nellie's death is set as one of the main mysteries that is being uncovered little by little. Yeah, the mystery of the house itself as well, but Nellie's death here also, and it's connected to the mystery of the house. So it is haunted. Something was haunting them. It made their mom commit suicide, but in reality, in actuality, I think it's like the entities like killing her and maybe going like possessing her and making her kill herself, and that's what happened with Nellie as well. And in the previous episode we saw Theo gonna read what happened to Nell, and she was so shocked. I feel even if she saw her sister actually commit suicide by her own accord, she would still have a strong reaction, but she also looked surprised, right? Shocked at something unexpected, and I think that's when she realized that something paranormal happened that led to it. But Luke having this connection, he's even without like special abilities of touching her and seeing what happened with his own eyes, through that connection he feels and what happened, or at least like that wasn't her decision, explicitly. So that is quite interesting, and I feel like how many episodes are in the show? It's like the fifth, the last episode. Are we going to get like Nellie's episode and the answer to like all the secrets? Like I kind of like how they are unfolding it slowly and showing us more of each of the children. I feel like I enjoyed the episode with Luke as well, because we got, of course, to see him before as well, but we get more into his headspace and his experiences, see more of him as a person, and he's a really nice person. yeah, he has that problem with drugs, but you can be an addict and still be a good person. Yeah, that stuff that makes you do some things that you are not proud of. But no, nothing is completely like white or black. It's more in the gray always, and so these things can coexist, right? So in general, he's not a bad person. He's pretty kind and caring for others. He was a very sweet boy when he was little, and he got very connected to Joey. Unfortunately, she herself, she might also not be a very bad person, but something happened that she fell off, and because of this, she did something she wasn't proud of. She didn't actually want to. Maybe deep down she wanted to go into rehab, but up there she didn't want to, and so she kind of used Luke here because the acting was really good. I feel like when she saw the money that he got, it kind of gave me all the information. The way the actress looked at the money, that gave me the info right away. Oh, she looked at this money and she saw kind of maybe some drugs. I'm not sure. Like, I never did drugs or talked to anyone who does, so I'm not sure how like much she can get for $200. And I thought they're pretty expensive. $200. Well, that is quite like some money, but not too much, right? Because I guess she could get something, at least more her alone than with him. So I think, yeah, he did give it to her, and she dipped. Maybe normally she wouldn't do this, but because she was already like back into it, she was fixated, I think, on getting the drugs again. So she made ultimately that decision to deceive him and leave him alone here. And he was doing his best to actually help her. And I feel like it's interesting also why the vision of Nelly told him to go. Like, did she feel like it wouldn't be about his friend? It would be more like about him. I feel um like she felt like he has to go for some reason, like he isn't safe in the rehab or something, or like she wouldn't know the situation, how like it is her spirit talking to him, or is this like in the boy like okay, there's a lot of questions, a lot to get into. Like, share in the comments what you think about that without spoilers if there's like anything. But yeah, in general, I just wanted to say that you get to know him better through this episode. He becomes, I think he was kind of likable before that too. He becomes more likable. Personally, I would say I don't have in real life much grace for people who are addicted to something and they aren't really like trying to get out of it. Watching this series, I do feel for him, and I feel like that's a crucial point, that he seems to want to get better. And also I see the reasons why it happened with the haunting, and so with all of that, it makes me more compassionate to him. Like, there was some serious reason why it happened, and he genuinely wants to get better. So right, that makes me feel more for him. Whereas with Joey, we don't really know like what happened. After 9 months everything is fine, and then suddenly we don't know like what was the trigger. It can't happen just like by itself. You're 9 months, okay, and then suddenly you're like, yeah, I'm gonna do it again. I don't feel so. Like, something has to right, something has to happen, something has to trigger it. Well, anyway, that's it for this episode. I think not much to say, to be honest. We didn't get that much new information. Wait a second. I'll rewatch what the mom said. It was about 9 minutes. He asked, what do you see? And she said, two tables, advancing colors. I don't know what the fuck that means. For reading area, so that's just how the place looked. Case goods, I don't know what that is it? Okay, so this is important information. Mom and dad sitting in reading chairs that face each other. So we are starting to see the picture of the family that was there. She's seeing a scene from their life, from the past. So we have mom and dad. Okay, so the man in a bowler hat, I thought it was like a grandpa because he had a cane also. So maybe that's not the dad. And the lady with bent neck could be the mom. I'm like trying to connect, I feel like the spirits. So, children, smaller ones for 2, no, 3 kids. Open center to play. So Abigail could be one of the kids. Then there was some little kid who was sneaking into Theo's bed, could also be like one of the kids. And then, well, the third kid somewhere. I don't know. Maybe we didn't see him yet. Anything else? Kids' books. Even the little boy with the wheelchair can reach his favorites. So we know 2 kids are, well, more or less healthy, I suppose. And the third one is in the wheelchair. I think that's the kid that we probably didn't see yet. Yeah, I don't think we saw a ghost with the wheelchair. So must be like Abigail, some small kid that gets into the bed. We didn't, I think, hear any sounds of a wheelchair, so it must have been the kid that can walk. And so the kid in the wheelchair, I guess his ghost is, I don't know, didn't appear yet. Let's see anything else. Wow. And then he just says that got really specific. And I feel like maybe she said, like, when Theo asked, like, does dad know that you're very sensitive? She's like, oh yeah, more like, so maybe she's kind of writing it off as her imagination. Like, that's how I imagine it. I imagine that there was a family like that. And he's taking it as, oh, she's just describing how she imagined like the family before us lived there, like how she sees like mom and dad and kids. But then he's like, oh, that's got weirdly specific, right? Because she actually sees it. She's describing what she's actually seeing. That's why it's like more specific. And he doesn't really understand it. He's like, oh yeah, you got a little bit too specific, okay? Because he thinks this is just her imagination, let's see, like how she imagines it was. He doesn't realize she's actually in fact seeing it. So that's an interesting point here. He was at first at least like more blind to everything paranormal, and she didn't really tell him openly, it seems, which is understandable. You know, if I could see things like that, maybe I wouldn't like tell people that much. I feel like I would tell my partner though, as someone that I would trust the most. But yeah, I can understand why she wasn't like too forthcoming with that, you know. Don't want people to think you're completely crazy. Even if you know it's real for you, you can understand that many people might not understand. And I feel like in horror movies, it's very often the dad that is like more on the fence about the paranormal stuff. Like, I don't think that's real and stuff. I guess that's pretty common, but though in this case it's a bit more dimensional because the dad is pretty nice here actually, and he's trying to be understanding. And when with the kids, yeah, he doesn't believe them. He's like, that is just your imagination, but he's being pretty sweet about it. And I think it is also reasonable that a regular person, like, yeah, right, they wouldn't really, they would try to rationalize things, right? They wouldn't be like, oh, you saw a ghost? Yeah, you probably really saw a ghost. Like, not many people would say that, I suppose. So it is quite realistic. But yeah, I guess I got a bit far away from the episode itself. I think that would be it for now, and I'll come back with the last episode for October for our Halloween watch with the 5th episode. So if you have any thoughts on this one, please share them down below without spoilers, of course. Thank you for watching, and see ya.